Have you ever wondered if your cat, who seems to be sleeping peacefully on the couch or sunbathing peacefully, could be facing hidden risks inside your own home? Sounds strange, right? We think we're giving them security, love, and protection. But some everyday habits, even if they seem harmless, can become silent traps. Today, you'll discover 8 common mistakes you should never make with your indoor cat if you want to keep them healthy and happy. Stay until the end because you'll learn how to avoid them and provide them with a safer, more trustworthy home. Remember, prevention is always the best way to protect. Mistake 1. Never wake your cat when it's sleeping. Few scenes are as tender as watching your cat sleep soundly, curled up in a ball or stretched out on its back with complete confidence. This moment often makes us want to pet it, hold it, or even take a photo. However, interrupting its sleep can be a serious mistake. Sleep isn't just about rest. For cats, it's a vital process that regulates their nervous system, strengthens their memory, and maintains a stable emotional balance. Specialists point out that a cat needs between 12 and 16 hours of sleep a day, spread over several naps. If these phases are frequently interrupted, the result can be stress, irritability, and even seemingly inexplicable behavioral changes, from hiding in dangerous places to reacting nervously to any stimulus. Respecting your cat's sleep is respecting its nature. When you let it rest uninterrupted, you offer it security, stability, and trust. And that trust will be returned in the form of genuine affection when he or she wakes up and decides to approach you of his or her own free will. Mistake 2. Why you shouldn't force affection on your cat. It happens to all of us. We see our cat so adorable and calm that we feel the urge to hug it, pick it up, or shower it with petting. However, when that attention becomes forced, the effect is exactly the opposite of what we're looking for. For a cat, being held against its will isn't a gesture of love, but an invasion of its personal space. Cats are deeply independent animals. They need to feel in control of their bodies and their surroundings to stay safe. When we ignore signs of discomfort, such as back ears, a twitching tail, or a stiff body, and still insist on touching them, we are silently breaking their trust. Many felines tolerate it for a while, but gradually become more distant, seek out sleeping in distant places, or stop approaching on their own initiative. True affection is built by respecting boundaries. A willing caress, a head nuzzled against your leg, or the fact that your child chooses to sleep on your lap are true signs of love. The key is to understand that affection isn't imposed. It's earned every day by respecting their freedom. Mistake 3. The danger of windows and balconies for cats. Seeing a cat sitting on a windowsill, calmly observing the outside world, may seem like one of the most tender and natural scenes in feline life. However, what many owners don't know is that this habit carries a great risk. There is a phenomenon known as parachute cat syndrome, which occurs when a feline falls from an unprotected balcony or window. Although we tend to think that cats always land on their feet, the reality is that an unexpected noise, a flash of light, or the simple impulse to chase a bird can make them jump without considering the consequences. Veterinary clinics receive numerous cases of cats with fractures, internal injuries, or spinal problems every year due to these falls. The solution is not to deprive them of the ability to look outside, but to create a safe environment. Installing protective nets on balconies and windows, or placing scratching posts and high shelves inside your home allows them to satisfy their instinct to explore from above without exposing themselves to danger. Remember, your cat's safety depends on the little details. Mistake 4. Don't invade your cat's resting place. Every cat has favorite spots in the home. The back of the sofa, a cardboard box, a soft blanket, or even that unexpected spot by the window. To us, it may seem like a simple spot, but to them, it's much more. It's their safe haven. When we interrupt their rest, whether to move them, pet them, or simply because we want to occupy that space, we send the wrong message, that their comfort doesn't matter. Cats sleep between 12 and 16 hours a day, and this time isn't laziness, but rather a biological need that allows them to regain energy, regulate emotions, and maintain their body's balance. If their tranquility is frequently interrupted, they may become more agitated, seek increasingly inaccessible hiding places, or even develop stressful behaviors. Respecting your cat's chosen resting places is a sign of trust and love. When your cat understands that its space is respected, it feels safer and, paradoxically, comes closer to you of its own accord. Remember, a cat that sleeps peacefully is a cat that lives confidently and happily. Mistake 5. Objects that look like toys but put your cat at risk. Have you ever seen your cat playing with a rubber band, a cord, a plastic bag, or even your hearing aids? At first glance, it may seem fun and harmless, but for your cat, it can become a huge risk. Veterinarians warn that common objects like rubber bands, string, or bags are among the leading causes of feline emergencies. Cats' hunting instincts attract their attention to anything that moves or dangles, but when they chew or swallow these objects, they can cause intestinal obstructions that require immediate surgery. There's also a risk of suffocation if they get tangled in a bag or cord. It's not about exaggerating, but about understanding that what seems like a simple game to us can turn into a real danger. The best alternative is to offer them toys specifically designed for cats, safe, durable, and that stimulate their instincts in a controlled manner. Remember that play is vital for their physical and mental well-being, but it must also be safe. Replacing dangerous objects with appropriate toys is an act of love and prevention. Mistake 6. What happens if your cat doesn't have a daily routine? Cats are creatures of habit. They observe every movement in your home, from the time you get up to the moment you turn off the light. This predictability gives them security because their bodies work in sync with cycles of activity, light, and rest. When there's no stable routine, the cat can enter a constant state of stress. Changing feeding times, playing only occasionally, or interrupting their quiet moments can cause confusion. The result is often insistent meowing during the night, sudden running around the house, or even seemingly unexplained aggressive behavior. Research on feline behavior shows that a lack of daily structure can trigger compulsive behaviors, such as excessive licking or repetitive chewing. The solution doesn't require much effort. Just establish fixed feeding times, set aside a few minutes each day for interactive play, and maintain a predictable environment. A clear routine not only reduces anxiety, it also strengthens the bond, because your cat will learn to trust that their needs will always be met. Mistake 7. Your cat's discomfort signals that you shouldn't ignore. Cats rarely react abruptly without first sending more subtle signals. Before scratching, hissing, or running away, your cat has probably already warned you that they aren't comfortable. The problem is that many caregivers don't recognize these signals and mistake them for petting. Ears back, stiff whiskers, a tail swishing from side to side, a fixed gaze, or a tense body are clear messages that your cat doesn't want contact at that moment. When these signals are ignored and you still pet or restrain them, trust is broken. Instinctively, being forced to stay still is tantamount to losing control and feeling vulnerable. Over time, a cat whose boundaries are not respected may become more distant or even develop defensive behaviors. However, when you learn to read and respect their signals, your cat understands that you are listening and that their safety is guaranteed. This understanding strengthens the bond and turns coexistence into a relationship based on mutual respect. Mistake 8. Invisible threats at home that can make your cat sick. Sometimes we think that keeping our home clean and fragrant is synonymous with well-being, but what smells pleasant to us can be a real torment for cats. Their sense of smell is up to 14 times more sensitive than ours, which means that fragrances we barely notice can be invasive or even toxic to them. Citrus-scented cleaners, air fresheners, scented candles, and essential oils like eucalyptus, mint, or tea tree are dangerous for them. Even in small doses, they can cause vomiting, respiratory problems, or neurological crises. Another detail that often goes unnoticed is the water in the drinking fountain. If it's not changed frequently, it can accumulate bacteria and dust, promoting kidney or digestive diseases. Protecting your cat also means taking care of those invisible details. Using neutral cleaning products, avoiding strong fragrances, and ensuring fresh water is provided daily are simple measures that have a significant impact on your cat's health. By doing so, your cat will not only live more safely, but will also feel that their home is a true haven of trust and well-being. Many owners believe they take good care of their cats, but without realizing it, they make mistakes that slowly destroy their health. Want to find out if you do it too? Don't miss the video. 16 mistakes that are harmful to your cat without you knowing it. What you discover could change the way you care for your cat forever. Today you discovered the 8 serious mistakes that, according to veterinarians, many cat owners make at home without realizing it. Small details that seem harmless, but can affect your cat's health, confidence, and even happiness. Knowing them and learning how to avoid them is the best way to guarantee a safe home, full of love and peace. And now I want to hear from you. Which of these mistakes have you recognized in your daily life? And what are you going to change from now on to improve your cat's life? Share your experience in the comments. Your experience can help other cat owners avoid repeating the same mistakes. If you found this content useful, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss more tips and interesting facts about the feline world. Thank you for joining us and for giving your cat the life it deserves. See you in the next video.